You were male. How old were you? Were you young or were you old?
It's gone back to Africa one.
Africa.
Same one.
And is that what happened in that life? That you were starving? You were all starving, so you left Africa on that boat? Where does he hold that memory of that life in his body? Just scan his body and tell me, where does he hold that memory?
It's in my head.
It's in your head?
Yeah.
So I'm going to come and work with that memory now. Yeah. And that memory of that life long, long ago. It was a life experience. And your soul still carried on. So what I'd like you to do now is draw that memory into my hand. Just feel yourself drawing that memory up into my hand, so that we can release that memory and that emotion of starving and food. Have I got that memory now? So let's offer that up to Spirit, and may the light of the universe always accompany you. So what I'd like to put in the head now is all those words of abundance, of love, of security, knowing that you can replenish anything that you need just using your imagination and manifesting. And I'm going to tap you on the forehead and seal that in. I want to ask about this smell of coal that he has. He just gets this feeling around the smell of coal. What's happening there?
Since it is in the 1900s,
That's that life in the 1900s he had as a railway, yeah. Does it bring in comfort, that smell?
total comfort.
Total comfort. So we'll leave that there. And I want to ask, has he had lives with his partner before?
Say no.
No. And what is the purpose of their connecting together today? What is it that he's there for? It's not for me to know. Okay. I want to ask about all this communication that he has. Every now and again, you know, he just sits down, he relaxes, and he gets this communication. But how was he supposed to be working with it? Where is this communication coming from? Is it from his group, or is it just from the universe?
Just him.
It's just him. Yeah. So, this communication that he has, is he supposed to do something with the information that he gets? Because he keeps getting a message about delivering flowers to someone. Should he be doing that?
Always.
Always? And so is it that person up in spirit trying to communicate?
Yes.
Yeah. Do we have permission to speak to that friend today?
Yes.
Yeah. So what I want you to do is I want you to bring his energy forward, and I want you to just sense his energy around you now. And as you connect with his energy, what does his friend have to say? What's the message?
It's all right.
He's all right, yeah. He just wants you to send those flowers for him. I want to ask another question. Ask him, were you right about that image that you saw about that accident?
It says, how could it be wrong if it was him that told me?
How could it be wrong if he was telling you? This friend then, ask him, is he going to be working with you from spirit? Seem as though he's communicating with you.
Yeah.
Yeah? Very good. So if he's going to start communicating with you now, how is my client going to know that it's him? What kind of feelings does he give around him, or does he just come in his mind? How will he know that it's him?
Just say the communication side, it's there, don't...
It's just there.
No, it's just...
Yeah. Don't mess with it, just accept it. And I want to ask about, sometimes he has a feeling that his hands are one of a giant. So I want you to travel down on that thought, and I want you to see the images of those hands there. And I want you to tell me what's going on.
That's a nightmare.
It was a nightmare?
No, it is a nightmare.
It is a nightmare? So explain this nightmare. What is he trying to process when he has this nightmare?
Well, it's a nightmare to go down that route.
Oh, it is a nightmare to
Yeah.
go down that route. So if we don't go down that route, but we just gain some information from that route, was he a giant at one stage?
No.
No? So is it a dark energy?
Yeah.
Yeah? So as the inner self, the higher self, yeah, how can we close that energy off? Are you able to shut that down when he starts to think about those hands? The memory of those hands will be in his body somewhere. Scan his body and tell me where the memory of those hands are. Are they in the body? They're not.
No.
So it's just a thought, yeah? So what I'd like to do now with the inner higher self, I want you to imagine that there is a ring of gold all around your body. So you're encased in this ring, this golden ring of energy and protection, and I want you to see your 3 male guides there now, and I want you to notice how their energy is going in a clockwise direction, just going around and around this ring of energy, getting it hotter and hotter and hotter until it's completely sealed in, so those hands will no longer be able to penetrate his aura. Yeah. So now that we've come to the end of the session, tell me, inner self, is there anything that I should have asked or ought to have asked before we close? No? Does the astral travel at any time? It's not for me to know. So now we've come to the end of the session. I'd like my client to feel that he's coming back into the room now, slowly and surely, respecting that journey. Wow, that was quick. You're back so quick. That's amazing.
We need to talk.
Wow, how are you feeling?
Weird.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But you saw it all right?
Yeah. Weird. There's that 1900s Yorkshire.
Yorkshire?
Yeah.
Interesting.
What the Africa thing is, I've no idea.
Mm-hmm.
But that's